To parents, the members, board of directors, and representatives from colleges and universities, thank you all for coming. A very good afternoon to all of you. And to the students, I know you're all excited. You've been waiting very long, but never mind, it's worth the while. First of all, YB, AMMA Foundation would like to congratulate you and the Pakatan Harapan for winning the 14th general election, now running into the second one. After 60 years, people power has proved that a change is needed in our country, and the electorate strongly believes that equality, dignity, and social justice can only be propagated through the institution of a democratic government. Education and opportunity are two basic requirements for the active participation and integration of all citizens in national development, irrespective of race, creed, or religion. The AMMA Foundation, formed in 1980, believes that education is the answer for the upliftment of social ills. Our founding fathers believed in the primary importance of intellectual, philosophical goals and activities over materialism. These beliefs were grounded in attitudes and practices and passed on to the generations. The aim of education was enabling a person to acquire knowledge and skills, should also aid the individual to develop values in life and exercise proper judgment for making the right choice. Today, the number of dropouts is still very high among the Indian youths. 6,000 is still a very alarming figure, and this group must be addressed. During the last government's programs, I was one of those who sat in the B40 committee, and it was so difficult trying to see how we can overcome these problems of gangsterism and also drug addiction among the Indian youths. It is not difficult. There are so many of them who do not want to cooperate. And we are not talking about rural poor, we are talking about urban poor in the vicinity of Kampung Medan, Kampung Lindongan, and also the Sulawesi area. I remember the temple in Kampung Medan invited me to come and talk to the students. And when I decided to go and help them to see whether the foundation can start some kind of program for them, immediately the head of the gangsters there told me we should not do anything. And if ever we continue coming up with a program, they will stop it. But he said, if you can come with Mr. Saravanan, Datto Saravanan, we will see whether we can entertain you. So I've decided, with or without Saravanan, I'm not going. But definitely, it is a very serious matter because 6,000 is not easy to handle. We started what was known as small programs in different areas. And in the Sulawesi area itself, we came up with what is called the Give Me a Chance program for children from the parents who are engaged in gangsterism and drug addiction. And we found that with constant tutelage and help, these children were able to master and become strong, good students. Today we have a few of them here who managed to qualify and score their 8 A's or 7 A's in the UPSR and PT3. And we appointed the Makkal Yekam group there who serves to help all the poor students
facilitating with their teachers and helping out. And they are working very closely with AMMA Foundation, and hopefully we will see a rise in the number of top scorers. The foundation did not begin with a grandiose style, but worked on unselfish ideals to ensure that all students who applied for monetary loans would be helped across. And thus far, we have given out about 3.3 million ringgit in financial aid to students. 273 students have been given aid through student loans, and the High Performers Awards to date comes to about 485,000, and it is still continuing through the donations that we receive from donors who have been constantly helping us. And indeed, I'm very thankful to all our donors. From day one, they have all come forward and been helping us in whatever plans that we carry out. Not only just the Malayalis, the Tamils, the Telugus, the Kima presidents, all of them have come forward to ask how we can help. And I'm very thankful to everyone. There are currently some scholarships available. The V.D. Nair Family Scholarship is there, and we try to give out as many as how many students who can qualify, because it goes through 2 vetting processes. But nevertheless, we've also seen that the choice of subjects, students have got their own choice of subjects, whether it is in the sciences or the humanities. You know, when you want to apply for something, you should come forward and tell us what you want. But when we try to help them out, now the question is, we want to go to only specific universities. And I think that is not a good thing, because when there are universities around coming forward to help us, we should grab whatever we can. For example, the Taylor's AMMA Foundation tie-ups has been there, and it has been giving out more than 3 scholarships to subjects like pharmacy and law, yet we find students are not coming forward. There is also the Asia Metropolitan University, Masa University, which believes in helping students with more than 8 A's, and you can continue to do your diploma and then go on to the degree program. There is also another family, the Lakshmi Narayanan Menon family, who's also helping out with about 10,000 ringgit per what you call per subject or the course, and we are monitoring and we will guide them. There are also future tie-ups with the APR Aviation Training Center, which focuses on piloting, because we had several students before coming in for piloting, and it was very expensive because they have to go to Australia, but now they can study in Malacca. And also we have got new colleges like Banda College, which is now called King's College, and they are also giving out scholarships in the sense that they're giving out rebates, and also for top scorers there will be some form of monetary help. Now, several students have, through the help that we have given out, have graduated as doctors, lawyers, pharmacists, and other professionals. But as for you students, I think as a professor, I need to say something. Scoring 10 A's does not mean you are the best, because the system is different. Once you enter the university, you'll realize that it is not easy to score the distinctions that easily. The system is very competitive. Much research and readings go into it. But you must have a goal and a dream. But the dream does not come true automatically. It demands firm determination, hard work, and commitment. It is your attitude, not your aptitude, that will determine your altitude. The foundation, through the GMC, we are happy to say that this year we have got about 4 students who became the top scorers in the UPSR, and 3 for the PT3, which is the Form 3 level. And we are very, very happy that through guidance and proper teaching, we are able to get the good results. So the AMMA Foundation congratulates all the top scorers. I like to thank the parents for your support in encouraging the students also, especially the mothers who sit along with the children to ensure that they don't fall asleep. Also, the foundation's motto is to educate future leaders. But let me quote American civil rights leader Martin Luther King, who said, quote, "Leadership is not for money, it is for justice. It is not for publicity, but for humanity." So we have to ensure that when we become a professional or we become somebody, we should think of the poor. Money will come through the windows, but humanity goes out of the doors, and we don't want that to happen. You help the poor because you want them to rise. God gives us positions to ensure that we help others, but when we do not do our best, it will be taken away from us. So it is a society where we have to share, we have to give our best to the less fortunate. And to the disadvantaged, challenged students, we are always there to help them, and we want to make sure the Indians rise and we become a formidable group in the nation. So once again, YB, thank you so much for coming, and I really would like to mention that we, AMMA Foundation, will definitely work with you or any of your groups with the Pakatan for any form of cultural, educational, or economic reforms. Thank you so much.